Hey, welcome guys. We're here at the Crenans today, and I'm with my great buddy TJ. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man?
All right, and today we are finishing up the Troegs Anthology Variety Pack with
Dun, 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 dun.
Troegenator. It is a double bock, and I believe it's supposed to be after a traditional German double bock.
Yeah, double bock is basically a name of a type of German lager. It's usually very malty and very strong, which is totally evident in this beer. This beer is over 8% alcohol.
Yeah, this is
strongest of this variety pack.
And I'll say this right now: this is one of my favorite beers. Like, this is one of the top-notch beers in my book. But we're gonna go over this. Because since it is one of my favorite beers, I feel fair enough to scrutinize this, and we will put it to the test. So let's get our nose on it. Yeah, we're gonna
break it down.
Apple juice.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Chocolate.
Just listing them off one by one. Well, first off, maltiness.
Malty to no end.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a big characteristic of double bock beers.
I mean, all kinds of malt. I'm smelling like chocolate malt.
Oh yeah, but you know that juice type smell. Yeah,
like apple juice. Like cranberry juice.
That stands out the most. You can definitely pick up on that right away.
Maybe a sweet berry, a raspberry, strawberry type deal.
Yeah, there's all different types of fruits.
It's very okay. I want to
color. It's not as dark as, let's say, a stout or a porter.
No. And if you look at it in the right light, it is a juice color.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, it's like it's not like any traditional beer color.
If you're looking for a hop, I will say this right now: if you're looking for a handcraft hoppy beer, this is not it.
Oh, definitely no.
This is.
It's not like a pale ale or an IPA. Nothing like that. Yeah.
No. Let's get into tasting it real quick.
It out.
There is a slight, and I think it's from a little bit of carbonation. I don't taste any hops in this at all.
No, not at all.
But there is a bubbly, tingly on the back of the tongue at the very finish.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely can taste that maltiness, though.
Again, with the maltiness is in there. There's a very juice-like quality.
It really is, yeah. And it just dominates the taste.
It's very super sweet. I've looked up other reviews on this, and apparently this is very much what a double bock is supposed to taste like. There are better double bocks out there, but this is what a bock is supposed to taste like.
Well, I was under the impression that double bocks pretty much come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below.
Well, no, but for a traditional bock, I totally could see that. This could probably be the epitome of that.
The alcohol was not predominant in this at all.
No,
what is it? 8.5 or 8.2? 8.2. For 8.2, this. You can't taste it.
It's very, very drinkable for sure, and for how unusual the flavor is, you can't taste the alcohol at all.
And I want to say this because I do a lot of whiskeys on the channel. Make sure you check the rest of them out. I'm a bourbon drinker, and the one predominant flavor in bourbon is sweetness, sugar, brown sugar, spice. And I think this is why I like this so much, is because of the sweetness.
Yeah, you definitely see that.
No, don't get me wrong. We just did the Troeg Pale Ale. I like hoppy and bitterness, but
for sure. I mean, I'm going to come from another perspective.
Okay.
Well, first off, I love pale ales and IPAs and all sorts of hoppy beers, but I'm a bit of a wine drinker. I like to drink wine, I will admit.
A wino, huh?
Yeah, and I kind of like this beer because of the sweetness too. And I like wine for its sweetness. And
that's a really awesome thing you just brought up, because there is almost a lot of wine characteristics to it.
It tastes a lot like a barley wine, which is a type of beer that is sort of like a wine, and it has a sweetness to it, just like this beer. And honestly, if I tasted this beer, if I had a test where I tasted this beer and a barley wine beer, I really couldn't tell the difference. It has that same type of sweetness to it.
One thing I want to say, it's very, very drinkable.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna bring up how we once played a game of beer pong with this beer, and we were completely drunk. But that just goes to show you how easily drinkable.
And it was not like a bad thing. It was actually a great.
It was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, and I must say, this is one of those beers that you're kind of better off not drinking ice cold. Yeah, you don't want it room temperature, if you will, urine warm. Anyway, so back to your. Anyways, the point of the matter is that it's. I think I looked up on the website and they said 44 to 45 degrees.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say too that even before we did this review, we left the beer sitting out for a little bit. Yeah. And yeah, you can. I think the taste comes out. It's more noticeable.
And I think that's where you get more of a traditional German Bock, is where,
Yeah, well, lots of German beers.
If you're from Europe, don't let us, dog you or anything, but I don't think they drink a lot of beers ice cold over there.
No, that's a pretty common thing in Europe in general. I mean, in lots of countries.
Is to keep your beer in, a closet opposed to a
close to about room temperature.
Yeah.
A lot of ways like wine.
Yeah. So, with that being said, and we broke it down, we've kind of beat it around the bush, and I said, because this is one of my favorite beers, so we were going to be analytical about it. I really wanted to knock this down, but I couldn't really knock it down because I like the flavor. For a very juicy, sweet, honey was another one I was tasting.
Oh yeah, I can pick up on that.
Maybe a molasses.
And even the mouthful is kind of like molasses.
Yeah.
It's sticky and
Mm-hmm. For a very tasty, very dessert quality, sweet candy sweet beer with a higher alcohol content. And that's probably one of my favorite aspects of it.
Yeah, definitely a big plus. This beer,
I can't. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
8.5?
8. Okay. I'll go 8. I'll go 8 on it. Okay. I won't go 8.5, but I'll go 8.
I think I'm gonna have to say 7.5. I mean,
I get it.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
I just find that I can drink those one after another, just drink and drink and drink. They do come in pint bottles. They do.
It's awesome. You can actually get those at Good to Go, which is in Chambersburg. I got one of them before. Yeah, it's awesome. No, I definitely agree with you. Very drinkable. Easily can get you drunk because of the alcohol content. But where I'm coming from with my scores, I haven't had very many double bocks, so I really can't compare.
I've heard from I watched some kid on some dude on from Europe. I don't know where at in Europe, but he's had German double bocks, and he says this is good. This is good for an American style, but it's not going to compare to German double bock.
Yeah, I would definitely imagine there'd be some type of difference. Yeah. But it's a good beer. And
if you can suggest a good German double bock available in the United States, please leave it in the comments below.
Let us know.
So that was 7.
7.5.
I would go 8. I would suggest try it, especially.
I definitely would too. Yeah.
I like it. It was a great
with
beer.
My score, with my said,
I know that we don't have the box here, but I want to break down the Troegs Anthology.
Okay.
With you. It come with the Java Head, the Hopback Amber Ale,
the Pale Ale,
and the
Troegenator.
The Troegenator. Each one I feel plays off the other one. The Pale Ale plays off the Hopback Amber Ale. The Troegenator plays off the Java Head.
Okay. Definitely. I would totally agree with you on that.
What are we rating the variety pack?
Well, I just have to say off the bat, it's a great variety pack. I would really suggest getting it if you have the money to afford it. Every beer in there is great.
I want to give the variety pack an 8.
Yeah,
it's a great.
I agree with you. I think Troegs is number 1 in my book.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, I definitely feel very comfortable giving it an 8. It's a great variety.
So that's an 8 from you.
Yeah, for the variety pack.
If he's just popped into frame, and if I have to edit it, and he just popped into frame, this is my buddy Aaron. Thanks, bud.
Hey guys, how's it going?
He's been into some other videos, so
I won't claim that.
That may or may not have been him. He does have clone doubles. That was an 8 from you.
Yep, an 8 from me.
8 from me, and Troegs gets a 7. Straight. A 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. Yeah.
So make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the Facebook. These two checked out the Facebook, right?
Oh yeah.
Facebook goodness. Thanks. Good night, people. Get out of here. Go somewhere else.
Bye.
Yeah.